Yeah, I was wondering all about that crap and wondering why in the hell is the headset so high up? Ooh. I was wondering. Oh my God. Wondering why in the hell is the headset so high up? Ooh. My God. Okay, is that better? Dude, that was insane. Forgive me. I have no idea why the hell it was doing that. It's still high up. What is going on? I didn't change anything. I don't get why all of the sets are the same. And it's like, okay, I got a sensitivity problem with the mic here. Are y'all hearing double or anything like that? And it's like, Jesus H. Christ. I'm taking a look at. I'm setting it down even further. Hold on. If I sound like I'm talking. Okay, is it better now? I mean, I'm talking quieter, but like, gee, man, I don't know what that was about. It's like all the way up, even when it's like mid-range. Man, sometimes these OBS updates, bro, you can't even keep track of all the crap that's going on. I'm apparently gonna have to jiggle the ups. I'm not gonna stop the show just to play with this, y'all. I mean, like, dig, but like, I'll figure out why the hell it's up that high because it shouldn't be up that high. It is pretty freaking. I still sound staticky, and I don't even like before. I had it at the 3/4 level, or okay, it's a long thing. I had it up here. Now it's like down here, just to get it this quiet. And I feel like I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know. I changed nothing, but the OBS did updates, so maybe it's that. I don't know. It's usually something stupid like that. I really don't need to do that if it needs to be quiet. But I don't understand, man. I don't get it. Anyway, hi, folks. Welcome to the show. There's always something with us, isn't there? We would be the Wayne's World of the internet. You know, we are, you know, if that was still shit, that kind of shit was still going on, we would be the Wayne's World. We'd be the after hours PBS program, local programming that like all 12 of y'all would watch. You know, because like, dude, there's always some kind of gremlin in the system. Always. And the thing is, like, it's my system. For real. It's not just because, like, I go through this gaming, everything. I'm like gaming with some friends or something like that, or just like, and like every single time, like, if it's not the link up in the game, the synchronous of whatever we happen to be playing, and admittingly we use some convoluted shit, but if it's not the sync up, because sometimes it's not as simple as just using Steam or well, mostly Steam, but other stuff, it's like whatever else we happen to be using just won't connect. And then if it does, the voice doesn't work. And it's like, no, we don't have a name for it, but it always happens. We're like, nope, not gonna work. Showing not gonna work. Neither one of us change any damn thing. We're like the last people. I mean, we both probably use the computer, but like, no, we didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden, like, well, here we go, screwed again. I don't understand, man. But how's y'all's week going? I like this. Just a bunch of crap, man. Like, I got good news, I got bad news, and I got weird news, and like I'm just trying to dish it all out, and like, well, you know, the ominous thing is coming. I'm probably gonna go on nights again. So obviously it probably won't affect you guys too much because what I think I'm going to do is like just alter the schedule of my recording or live, so it will affect you, but we might not be live at this time for the next 3 months. So sometimes, yeah, we'll probably do another, hopefully 2 more weekly shows. But here's the kicker, and I don't know whether this is good news or bad news. Well, first of all, the glitchy. Oh, you don't see this. Wait a minute. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something here. This shit's got to stop. I don't understand why this camera, like, still, like, glitches out like Kit in Knight Rider. I don't freaking understand. Like, it just does. I don't know. But, like, hopefully, I'm going to keep unplugging and replugging it in or whatever it is I do. Actually, that's What the hell is going on now? Now it's back up to high volume. Am I keep unplugging and replugging it in or whatever it is I'm doing? Why is the volume so fucking loud? What's going on now? Now it's back up to high volume. Am I don't get it, dude. You're hearing the feedback. I, 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 I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And you're hearing it, and I don't know why you shouldn't be because that's muted too. This is so bloody stupid. Anyway, the glitchy camera. Fuck, this is the studio gremlins I'm always talking about. Like, dude, it like it's so. I don't change anything. I don't mess with these settings at all. I don't talk with other people because like I'm one of those people. You're kind of lucky I talk with you guys because like I really don't like. I mean, I'd one-on-one with some of y'all, but like I don't trust the internet. I don't trust what's on the other side of this. And everybody always talks, like some people talk to me like, well, you do like gaming with other people? Like, yeah, the people I know. Like if I've met you and then we find out we like the game, we'll go gaming. Like seriously, like, okay, let's do something. But I don't just pick up some rando and like, hey man, you want to like drive through the city or hit race or go shoot some Nazis or whatever the hell it is you haven't like I know, no, because I don't know you. I don't know who the hell you are. Even if I can see you and hear you, I still don't know who the hell you are. I haven't met you. So I don't like that. They call me old school about that, but I just don't. I don't. You could be FBI. You could be ICE. You could be. Remember when the FBI was a thing? Now it's ICE. But that's the thing. You could be ICE. And I don't really want to. I mean, actually, ICE people probably play a pretty mean video game. You throw, like Call of Duty, you throw a bunch of zombies in the back of the van and deport them to. Where the hell would they go? Haiti? The Dominican? Somewhere down there in the Caribbean, right? Where the voodoo is? Because where else would the hell zombie come? I don't know. There's no zombie land. Anywho. I don't understand why the volume's high. Like I said, we're the bargain basement of the internet, so you're picking up on this. Like the glitchy ass camera. I don't get it. It's done it since the day I've had it. Maybe it's a faulty camera. I don't know. It got good reviews and everything. And like initially, the first plug-in before the show, it was great. Now I've done it like this, and I'd like to blame the show, but it's done it like this for various. Remember, there was a time. I don't know if y'all been with me long enough, but you remember there was a time when actually it was cool. It ain't cool no more. It's just like it does this, and the thing is, like plugging and unplugging it doesn't solve anything. I don't really know where the hell. I don't know where it comes from. Like you'd think it was something in the cord. It's not a. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. It's just got to stop. So we're gonna try to get that fixed too. Like so many other things. Why my sound is jacked up. I mean, completely. It's ridiculous. It's like there's a new sound setting because all the sound settings are left over. I even checked like the literal like all the audio filters I got on there. The same setting I had them on before, even comparing with notes. And yet now I sound like I'm about to yell in your ear. And I apologize for that. But I don't by the same token because it's like, why the hell is it doing it? I didn't change anything. I didn't suddenly go like, you know what, I'm going to have fun with y'all this week and I'm going to make my voice so loud, I'm going to irritate the ever-beloved crap out of you. You think we do that on purpose? Just like going to the job or going to school or going to any place and they're like, feel like they got to watch you all the time like you don't, like, yeah, I need a babysitter because I normally wouldn't do that crap. Which, of course, I would because I'd leave me to my own vices. And, of course, I'm probably just going to keep building planes and screw y'all. Because, yeah, I build planes. I'm going to build planes. But anyway, how are y'all doing? Y'all got, oh, yeah, y'all don't even see. Hold up. We transition back. We'll be doing some folding in a second. But right now, we're going to leave it like this because this is where I want to be. I want to make sure y'all get this background and shit like that. So, anyway, so how y'all do this week? This week good for you? Y'all do some good, like, I'm about to check it out. Y'all do some good, that's not what I was trying to do. The hell is wrong with you? Has it rained? Does it rain in the great Wisconsin desert? Probably going to be the American desert. Apparently, it's not supposed to rain anywhere, ever, again. I don't know. I love saying that, like, there's somebody physically out there you can blame for this, but really there's not. There's not. It's not really, like, anybody's fault. Nobody out there can change it. I mean, we all can change it, but how is it we all going to change it? Who knows? Who cares? Just go fly your planes. And which apparently you guys have been doing. So We got a few that have touched off, like quite a few actually. It's impressive to see how many people here um, have done some aircraft stuff. This is really cool. Like I'm just looking within the past 24 hours. There's quite a few videos out there. Go check them out. I'm not gonna list them. It's a weekly show. You should know. Go look at all the ones that the Steel Fighter. Who did that? Crease Easy. Nice, man. I somehow missed that. I don't even know how I missed that. Apologies. But like, y'all can tell me. We can tell each other. These are all in our subscriptions. And I still want to see if I missed more because I feel like I'm not scratching the surface. I feel like as a channel, as that hub that I like us to strive to be, we've got a pretty good hub going on. We got some people who are like at least giving you product every week. So we can be the weekly show, that shows you this crap. And I love that you come to us and like, hey, show me how to build this one, show me how to build that one. Dude, you got your selection of like any 2,200 different aircraft to go out there and fly, which is great. So if you don't get it from us, you can get it from somebody else because everybody knows every different paper airplane. And I like the ones here, like these are so cool. Like there's so many different ones that seriously, and they're French, so it's hard to say. But Avion de Papel and like Tutorial Avion de en Papier and Best Paper Airplanes channel. All of these have within the past week done some videos, and they illustrate aircraft that have been folded as well as cut. And the thing is, like, what's cool about that, and what we were talking about, is like when you design your planes, obviously some of us are more basic than others, but like some will never cut, some will never use scissors. But some of the ones that they're illustrating, the ones in particular that I mentioned, and you should go visit their channels, but like they show these aircraft, and it's like, it's amazing that I don't even know how to say it. It's like they're, where the hell is that crap? Didn't I put the head the what and the how the who? Boy, not that, not even that. What the hell? Didn't I have that in? Yeah, screw it. It's probably on the other show. Anyway, I was gonna put the links up there, but you know where to go. Check out our subscriptions. The ones I just listed, they're showing folded paper airplanes, and obviously we start that. And some of y'all that don't use scissors wouldn't know this, but it's amazing how you can turn even the basic aircraft. Once you get the basic aircraft built, and then you get some of these, all you got to do is cut certain areas, and you've created a new plane. And the whole thing about most of these is you could have folded every one of them. Every single one of our subscriptions, the ones we subscribe to, could have built an aircraft the exact same way as each other, but then did different cuts, and then therefore had a different plane. Because while the fold is the same, the cut made it different. And I feel that's like a different, that really is kind of like a different gauge, but I wouldn't separate it. Like in the core, we'd probably try to like figure out a way to break that down better, call it something different or whatever, because like we talk about you have a different design than another member, so that everybody comes in with a different design. We're basically talking about the fold. Obviously, if you cut it, you could allow for so much more, because every minute cut could indicate something different. And looking at all these, fold on, obviously I mentioned Best Paper Airplanes channel and Avions de Papel. They're all like so many different ways. That one on electrogamy looks pretty hot. That's pretty good use of coloration on the plane. I like that. But fold on, like I see this, and like they're cuts. It's not just fold, it's cuts. And you can make, I like that. Go check out the one from Fold On that was posted 6 days ago called How to Make a Paper Airplane That Stays in the Air for Hours. That is a hot looking little plane. That's pretty cool. That involves cuts. Let's not get the volume on. That involves cuts and everything. That's super sweet. That's I gotta figure out why the hell drapes. I got drapes. What the hell is drapes? Oh, okay. Yeah, drapes. That makes sense. Okay. Um, info. Info? What is info? Oh, yeah. Wild. I like that. Why the hell isn't that on the main sheet? I swear to God. Anyway, so yeah, go check it out. But there, he's got one. Matter of fact, I'll be helping you out here. Let's transition to the full view here for a second and see if I can see what I can. What is this called? Go to. Well, that's unique. So it's just a cool little plane, and built in such a way that the aircraft is like cut to look different than anything you would have done. You see that? Booyah! There you go. That's their channel. And like, I'm sorry, that's not a cut and paste and hyperlink it, but like you can, you know, like, oh, you can't see shit. There you go. I'm hyperlinking that shit. Yeah, see that? That's the channel for Fold On, and the video in particular I'm thinking of. Um, it doesn't do you any good as I didn't hyperlink it. Stupid. But anyway, it's hot. It's like some cool folds, pretty basic, but doesn't need to be anything complex. And then the cuts that make it interstellar. And again, like that is so cool. You know, like everything that channels into a different plane that you can have. That's I don't know. The world of paper aircraft is so wild. Like it's better than anybody designing planes out there in different places now. Like the world of, I'm still loud as hell. I don't understand. I'm trying not to be. I promise. I'm trying not to be. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll be tweaking this after the show. But I'm not going to kill the show, just tweak this. I'm just going to tweak it on the fly and then get you down to something else. One of these days, the show will have a master that will just be poof and we're good. But you notice, it doesn't matter who does it in which studio. It's always fucked up. Anyway. So like, go check these out because like a lot of these are really cool. And again, like I said, you're not getting it from us. You can get it from somewhere else, and your thirst for paper aircraft will always be quenched by somebody out there, if not us. And that's how it should be. I mean, you shouldn't get it exclusively from us, nor do we want you to. But, like, I mean, there's so many other ways to. What in the hell is going on now? I'm not grinding stumps. I'm grinding my gears. You know what really grinds my gears? When the freaking settings all change on you and nothing really, and you weren't the ones to do it. Like I don't mind if I did it, but then I don't do it, and it does it anyway. Stupid, just stupid. So, okay, there's videos to go check out. It's flight, it's building, whatever. Wow, woohoo! Did you build it? Did you build it? Did you like it? Did you fly it? Was there any questions, comments, gripes? Venom, we got here. Yeah. So, what happened? Was it a good plane? Was it a bad plane? Uh, um, like anything you like? Did you figure something out about a better way to simplify the build? I forgot to look through the damn. Stupid. I forgot to look through the damn palace to see if I could find number one because. Really got no proof of it, but I think this is number one. Okay, I lied. All right, I lied a little bit. That actually, this probably is number one because me and Mark can both attest to the fact that I remember all the colors that were on this. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, kind of lied. Take that back. This would be like number 2 or 3 because this one, number 1 was the one that flew remarkable well in his. Now I don't even know. I don't know. I'd have to get with him again to confirm. This could be it. But in any case, like taking it apart, still, obviously, when you sat through, when you watched us do it, when you went through with us, you saw that it wasn't exactly the simplest of things, and I feel like there could have been ways to do it better. There should have been ways to do it better, but it wasn't obvious. Like it wasn't. Nothing stood out. I was thinking that it probably was going to be. I would have dismantled it, then built it in front of you, and I would have came across the fold that I did to get it there. And you saw, like, obviously in early on, like I'm fairly well certain that first fold, that one down where you got to go like almost to the point of the nose, and it gives you the little triangle here, the very first fold. I feel that was the same. But I feel like somewhere after that is immediately after you did the next fold, there was some cutting involved, which is how it got trimmed down to the weight. Because again, the plane is a practice in the balance of weight and its wing area, which is what makes it the incredible glider that it is. If you did it right, and this isn't to say you're doing it wrong if you don't get it this way, but if you get an amazing flyer out of it, you will have basically what we had. And in and of itself, that made the plane great. It's just, it'll be kind of interesting to see if you guys did it, because first of all, this is one of the few planes that I've done that actually has an almost 1 inch high fuselage to go with the 1 inch high winglets or anhedrals that we put on there. Invariably, I think one of you is going to end up doing like something really small, or maybe bigger than this, or maybe put a slant on it, because these things are almost perfectly straight, like from nose to tail. It's usually straight. Winglets, and they parallel. These lines parallel. So if you do anything to it, even by mistake, let alone on purpose, if you give it a slant where it's only like this low in the front right here, we're only like, this much, but it still goes to 1 inch high in the back. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, it's intriguing to me, and I'd kind of like to see, like, if you get to the step of cutting it here to trim the weight that we trim on this one, where you obviously trim it off at the fuselage level, it's only on the top. Well, does the cut follow the slant? I'm assuming it would. That adds more weight, but it does give you more wing area. But it really only gives you more wing area in the front. I don't know. It's all a balance, and I'm intrigued to see if anybody did it, because every time I build Venom the way I told you how I build Venom. So I'm sure you guys out there, you guys have probably got other ways that you've done it, and I'm really curious as to how. So, and once again, like I would say that the way you built it would not be wrong. So I probably shouldn't have started out saying it that way. Forgive me. But like, if you build it the right way, if you built it, I should say, okay, if you built it the way I built it, it'll turn into an incredible glider that will probably surprise you if there's any thermals about. If there's, especially thermals, but if there's like a low-lying breeze, because that's what really made us go gaga goo goo all over the damn thing, is it did some amazing crap with the aid of a hill and probably some thermals and probably some wind, and I don't know. Although the day we did pick that, it did its amazing stuff. It wasn't that windy, so I don't think it was entirely that. I don't know what it was. I can honestly say, I don't know what it was, but it was bloody amazing. So, at the very least, I imagine you should get a long distance glider. Now, I can't vouch for it if you change any layout that we were talking about. If you give it less fuselage, more wing. I mean, like, even flipping the stats here, I don't know, like, what if these were dihedrals? What if you flipped the winglets up? Kept them the same size? What if you made them smaller? What if they were slanted and this was straight? What if this was slanted and these were straight? What if this was like, we reduced this in size from like the 30 centimeters, or what the hell did I say? I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? You got a thing? What was the centimeters again? Do you remember? Centimetric. Yeah, no, I said it right. Oh my God, I said it right. The 3 centimeters that it was. What if you cut it down to 1 centimeter of fuselage, but you stayed 3 centimeters on the winglet, or vice versa? There's so many variables, and any of which was a combo with the other ones. Like, okay, you left these at 3. Okay, you slanted them, but this isn't slanted. That's what I'm saying. So there's so many variations. And a lot of us, of course, like Mark loves to say, you're guilty of getting stuck in a hole, because once you find something that works, it works. And you're scared to tweak it. which is one of the reasons why I've got like 7 Venom NGs and they're all built the exact same way. Because, like, dude, how am I going to top that? I know it's a delicate balance of weight distribution, placement of the center of gravity, and the wing area. That's what made it. I know I can see it in the plane. And, like, again, it's we always said that, like, planes that have a small taper like this, a boxy front end, which this one doesn't. It's just a snub nose, but like a boxier front end than something like this. This one's that's got a point. These are going to fly faster and fly less far on average. If you can build the same type of glider that's a long distance glider, these will always come down quicker than these will. It doesn't look like it because it wants to fold itself back out, but I mean, like, the shape, the general shape. When you've got this much of a slant in the front end, obviously, without an engine, you provide lift without stall, without too much flap in the back or whatever. There's just not as much wing to catch the air here as there is back there, so you have to offset it by having a big old butterfly in the back, like this one does. But again, like, because of that slant, because of that slope, loss of wing area up near the nose where all the weight is, it's not going to fly as far as something that has a less of a slant, less of a chord to the front, and something that builds like this. So, yeah, I mean, that's why this worked the way it worked. I mean, we knew it, recognized it, we stuck with it. It really does make me want to build another one, like, of a different style, but I'm just going to get pissed off if it doesn't fly the way it could fly. And I know there's a good chance of that. I know there's a really good chance that if I built one that way, it wouldn't be right. You know, I think it'd be glidable, and it would just be faster and probably sink down into the ground quicker than it typically would otherwise. So this is just something to consider. Jesus H Christ, this is just something to consider when you build it. Because, I mean, some of y'all might jump in with the, like the instructions that were given, and then immediately take it and they're like, well, why didn't he slant this? Or why didn't he cut right here? Or why didn't he give it flaps? Or why didn't he staple it? Or blah, 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 blah. Why didn't he tape, Jason, why didn't we tape the wing pockets down? I mean, really what it boils down to is exactly what I said before. And, like, obviously, I think what Jason says is true about, like, tape. Everything should be down. It should be smoother because you're trying to get someplace that doesn't trap air and you want as smooth airfoil as you can. But once again, like, if it ain't broke, what do they tell you? If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. Well, I've dealt with planes all my life that have why did it do that? That have not needed the tape. And I called it stall-proof taping for that reason, because I figured, like, well, if that was an area that could trap air when it was like this, like laminar flow, the Bernoulli effect, if the water, if the air is going through there, the water's going through, Bernoulli, I think, water, but, like, the air's going over it and it clings to the surface, and some of it stands to reason, it's going to go into the wing pocket, and thereby cause a stall, because it's going to texture in there. So the airplane's got to fight that with thrust, and once you lose the thrust, it gets in the wing pocket, therefore it stalls, because then it'll be like trying to glide this way, but it gets in here and pitches the nose back down. Anyway, so I call it stall proofing for that reason. But all my planes, typically, any of the planes that you've seen, that you watch me fly or watch me build for you, and like any of the legendary phase line, and a lot of other people, they don't tape them down, but they still work. And if they work that good, could they work better with the tape, or would it just? We don't know. So there's that. The other thing, segue into that, I was looking at this. Did you guys notice there's a fold here on Venom that does this right here? I didn't notice this all during last show. We did the last show using this one as a template and didn't even notice this. I didn't even notice this, but there's a fold right there on both sides. And it carries over into this triangle here too. That had to have been a attempt early on. Because I don't see why it would have affected anything if it made it to this far and the crease still stayed there. Point of fact, I don't know if you could have seen it on the show or been able to tell also, but there's actually a slanted crease here. You can vaguely see that. See on top of the blue? I did actually at one point give this thing a slanted winglets to the down angle on the inside, because there's an old crease that runs here almost all the way to the same back, which means it kind of curled. That kind of sucks. But on both sides, that crease is present on both sides. And yet, the original plane, flown the way it was, the way it likes it, obviously stuck to the straight line. So I can attest to the fact that it probably works without slants on the anhedrals anyway. Everything else you find is on your own. I mean, go right ahead. Find some stuff. Please find some stuff. I like people finding stuff. Yeah, but let me know. Let us know. Let us know if anything. If you found an aircraft, God, that is annoying as shit. It's like, how in the hell is it so bad when nothing changed? Stop this. Anyway, so yeah, you got to let us know and see if you tried anything else that was like succeeded or failed, or just like, and by all means post a video. I'd like to see that. Really like to see that. Just to be specific, that is a plane that is in IVPAC, but it's a SIL product. So I gave you how to build on the IVPAC channel of a SIL product, my plane. So don't say it's an IVPAC plane. I mean, it's true, but IVPAC didn't build it. SIL built it. So I wanted to stress that, because sometimes people are like, oh, IVPAC built this plane. Yeah, but who? Because IVPAC is the core. That's all of us. So you have to specify the member. And that's why that's almost kind of why I didn't want to do how to builds on IVPAC, because I didn't want people erroneously thinking like IVPAC is the builder. No, it's a core of builders. We're all together here. So yeah, there's that. And we're into June. We are into June. Possibly, well, not the worst month of the year. The worst month of the year is tied between July and August. I mean, it really is. Is it July or is it August? I don't bloody know. But one of them is very bad. Don't like June, don't like August. So, yeah. Yeah, June and August, kind of sucky months. I don't like them. I don't like them. I mean, they're too hot. It's just too hot. The minute it hits like 80 degrees here, and I know some of you, where some of you live, y'all don't think about it, but like the moment it gets to 80 degrees here, it's actually, get this, because of the fact that it gets to below zero sometimes, or at least every winter so far, it seems to get in the single digits. 77 degrees feels hot, because my blood is thinned so much that 77 degrees is just that hot. Because I know it, I understand it, because I lived in the South for a long time. So, like, I knew back then I wasn't a wuss about this. It's just now, yeah, like, now it's just stupid cold, or stupid hot, and I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. What did we do? Everyone said they went back and watch the show, but like, what did we do? We did it like this. Did we do it like this? We did it like this, right? Yeah. So yeah, we did it like this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm building another one, because now I'm I don't know what I'm thinking. What I was thinking about that other one was like probably better, you know. I don't know if I gotta made it any better. I don't like giving it to you that way, and I was quiet about it, because every time I built like something, every time I was doing it, I was like, well, I don't know if I did it this way, or because there's so much of a mystery about it, you know. And you sat through with me, so you did it, and like, I'd like to think I probably would have cut it now, because any way you unfold this, well, no, any way you unfold this, you're gonna put, like, that doesn't even matter, because it's just gonna get cut. But anyway you unfold this, like I said, it's going to get in its own way. And then when you do it this way, you see what I mean? Like, if you do it like this and you cut it, you're just cutting it, right? I'm sorry, but follow along. You cut it this way. If you don't cut it this way, if you want to go on to the next fold, you have to unfold it this way, and now you're already causing another fold to happen because you got to tuck it and wrap it. And I can guarantee you I didn't do that because I don't like that. I mean, I've designed a couple planes that way, but if you would find out following, they're not in the core and never have been in the core because it never turned out right. And I feel like, okay, a fold over on the fold is just like wasting time, especially if you're going to cut it off. So why would I do that just to have that be gone? You know, so I feel that this would be the first cut. I literally would actually just think about this and be like, so would I have followed the keel? Or would I have done it here? It's just like, okay, all we need to do is cut something off. Because that, what I just told you, like, okay, I know I would have done it. But if I literally would have just taken the time, just like where that fold is right there, just cut that off there. So that way, when you do unfold it, now it's not in the way. Now it's gone. So then you can take it and start your whatever makes Venom folds here. I'll be damned if I know what that is. I could use this as a point of reference. Did I go all the way to the back? I didn't go all the way. Did I go all the way back? Yeah, I must have went all the way to the back. Okay, so we went all the way to the back. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't see how that actually, did that really work? That what we did? Go all the way to the back? We had to have gone all the way to the back. Okay, well, see, look at all the extra paper. And now, like, I know for a fact because what we did is like, okay, nope, that ain't gonna work because now we're dealing with a whole bunch of extra crap. Yeah, see, that's just not right. It had to have been cut here because I know I'm already dealing with so much extra. Like, it feels heavier, and I know it wouldn't have been. So I think I would have just got rid of this. I don't think it would have been as important where I got rid. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess it would have been important to get rid of it where I got rid of it because that would mean that the aircraft. The hell are you doing? Oh. Wondering why the wing pocket won't come back up when I'm holding said wing pocket. That's really genius of me. But then you take it, you cut across that line so you know that you got the cut right. And yes, like I said, this is just a way to get, I'm doing this to illustrate, this is just a way to get the same plane. You know, like, you could do it this way. You could have done it that way the last time we did it. I'm doing it this way to see if the same plane comes out. Because I know it's my plane, but hell, I'm just as curious as you are. I told you there was a reason why. It took forever to do it, and it's like, I don't know if I want to give it to you because even though the fight was genuine greatness, I mean, genuine, honest to God, you may never see it again kind of greatness, certain thing, it's hard to duplicate it. Especially because that wasn't what I was hoping for out of the original Venom design. You notice, like I said, this is Venom NG. This is not Venom original. So, and that's no longer a word. We know we flipped it. Ugh. Yeah. It would have had to have been. Yeah, it would have had to have been. It's flipped it in half. We flipped it in half. Okay. Why have I got myself second guessing myself about myself when I know myself didn't do it that way? And now what I fuck up? Oh, flipped it the wrong way. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so stupid. All right, so we did that. I see it feels much better on that note, but you have to keep it. You have to. Oh, God damn it! You gotta. Oh my God! So you gotta keep it on top. So you have to trim more, because you're going to fold back in on itself. So all that shit that we just left it there, but I'm going to cut more of it up there because like now it's you're doing this to trim the extra. Remind yourself that it's like, okay, it's literally so the plane's folds can get out of its own way. You don't want all the extra paper in the way. You're just gonna have some stuff, in the way. There you go. It just took a pee. All right, so yeah. Stop it! Getting all my basketball schedule is messed up. Okay, so then it's gonna end up flipping back. Why? But the button doesn't, Billy, and why? That was right. Oh God. That was right. I am a fool. You know you were kicking it back up here. No? What the hell am I doing wrong? I gotta take more of the... What's going on? That's wrong. It's got to be wrong because the tip doesn't do what it does. Like this one's... Oh, we didn't cut the 1 inch off the front end. Well, why the hell didn't y'all tell me? Where were we at on that one, Chuck? But see, that cut comes right now. It doesn't cut at the first time because if you cut it at the first time, you won't know to take it all the way back to the back. That's the difference because then you can fold it this way. And now it's right because now it's fudge. Now it's where it should be when you get the cut right. Damn, that shit hurts. Damn, I wish that camera would stop glitching. Remember we do the paper aircraft or paper flight and more? That show, and we do the glitching is like on purpose because like I don't know, we're stupid. Yeah, it's because we're stupid. So anyway, so yeah, there's ow mother. Oh, that nail just needs to stop. I did something else to my nails the other day. I like split this one. You can't see. You can't see. There you go. You can kind of tell. I split this one, so now it's got like a Frankenstein head going on. But like the part that's on the tip is still growing, separate of the one that isn't. Now it's hurting a lot. It's letting me know every time I stab it into something. So I got to leave it out there and open. So anywho. Oh yeah, you got to do the wings first. See, this is really funny too. Now, if you remember when we were sitting back before it, and I said like, you could do all the various things to this. Like, you could like take the winglets down or the wings down. They don't have to be as high. The fuselage doesn't have to be as high or as tall. I should say tall. 3 centimeters in height, like matched winglets. You screw up the entire. You basically create a new plane. And this is why, because I think I might even mention it. But if you do this, like this is crucial element to when you fold this over and form the line because your first leading edge swoop right here that matches between the winglet and the fuselage, it's only that duration. The cord is only that duration. So if you take it down and it's like a centimeter and a half, and that stays a centimeter and a half, this will change, as well as the cut you're making off of it. Present even when you do it this way, because this, once you make the fold, you're already setting the parameter of where you're going to make that cut or where you had made that cut. So you practically have to keep it that way to get the same result. And let me tell you, that sucks. I mean, because like I was really good. I wanted to play with this one, if for no other reason to just see what something different would do. But I don't know if I can now for that reason. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. So I'm going to take away some of that fuselage. I'm going to give it more my style of fuselage because I don't usually do tall. I still won't slant it. I'll keep it straight. But I'm going to bring it down some. I'm going to cut about a centimeter. Well, maybe it's like 2.5 centimeters. It's not much. Maybe it's not much. It's down lower. And it's going to produce bigger wings because, like I said, like I'll do this, but I'm also going to match it with the anhedrals. How much is it really? My God, it ain't much lower. It's still bigger than an inch or 3/4 of an inch. So it ain't much lower, but it will be. See how much of a boxy, stupid thing it looks before you do that? But the thing is, it's going to look that way still when you get done with this because if you match your anhedrals to the size of these, I recommend you do that. Your wing pocket bolt is going to be a lot different. Would you stop? Why don't thing always get in my head? Because y'all want to motherfucker. Damn thing ain't that big. Y'all want a straight down view. I can put an angle on it and get it right, but y'all won't like that as much. Remember the angled view we used to give you because we put the camera over there on there? So, like, I can't believe this is like the one plane in my history that I OE'd the hell out of. And it actually glided. It actually, like, I don't know. The perfect balance was had. But I'm going to do this again. This is going to suck so hard. Yeah. I can't get out of my own damn way. What did I do wrong that triangle's not there? Oh, I did. Oh. Wait. Yeah? What am I doing? Oh, okay. I'm going to listen to my own self when I do this crap. See, so I want to do it that way, but if I'm doing it to be Venom style, it's got to go there. So see what I'm saying? It changes the layout of the aircraft. It's not that bad. It's not that different. That's the hardest part about it right there is to like create the bypass and then cut it. Or you could leave it there. Hey, Matt, what's up? You sure? Hey, you're here. Where were you last week? Or the week before that? You didn't burn to the ground, did you? You open up a new base? It would be the one thing I look forward to. As IVPAC members, we're concerned if you lose your base and then if you build a new one. Because, seriously, that's what airplaning is all about, is IVPACing is all about. Is like, hey, man, new base? I personally almost think that's more exciting. In a way, in life, in the grand scheme of life, it is more exciting than building your new plane or airplane because it's like you moved into a new place. You moved, so it's a thing. Hopefully, it didn't burn to the ground because you live in the hell that is California. Matt, you must be rich. I didn't really consider that, but you got to be well off because people in California, you don't live on the street. You have a base, so I mean, unless you do live on the street. But like, I just thought about that. Like, dude, to be able to afford California, you must make top dollar. And I mean, like, actually, that means you're practically a pauper in California, right? Because you could be a king if you lived like where me or like, well, anybody else lived really. Florida, maybe not so much. But I know Florida is like just as backwoods as it is like, I mean, Miami. Come on, really, Miami? Yeah. But like seriously, Robert, with Georgia, dude, you live like a king in Georgia. If you could afford whatever it is you're affording in California, You can afford more of it in Georgia. I mean, no freaking joke. Whatever it is you're buying in California, you can afford more of it in every other state, but definitely Georgia. Anywhere in the southeast. Like, get 1 gallon of gas, you can buy 3 gallons of gas over there. Gallon of milk, 3 gallons of milk. I mean, whatever it is, you can practically triple it everywhere else. So that's what I mean. Like, props to you for wanting to stay in that economic and geographic hellhole. Everybody else, but the weather is, fuck the weather. I love the fact that all these people be singing about white Christmases in a place that has never ever gotten a white Christmas. Well, until the plane full of cocaine crash lands on like somewhere or rips apart. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Behoove the California. Good to see you here, though. I said I was concerned because you weren't here for a couple weeks. But then again, that might have to do with that, like, I was in the news. I don't know. Maybe you made a breakout. So anyway, there you go. Venom, a little more different Venom. Done it a little different way. You know, it's like a builder when I do on the show. Sorry I did that cut and like off the screen, but the fold cut that you put on the nose is a little tricky. But see, like you're already looking. Hold on, let me use the one that's complete. The original we built last week on the show, and now this one. And you see the difference. It's minute, but it's there. The new one we just built, with that wing cord, a little bit more broad, because we've got like a less tall fuselage, but yet a little bit more wing because that equated out to less fuselage equals more wing equals less anhedral, less winglet. So still, overall, same aircraft. Like I said, this will be unique for me because I've never done this. Usually, like I said, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, that Venom was not broke. So we just try to find different ways to manufacture the exact same plane. Now, of course, we got to tape down the stuff we tape down. I got the downtown push down. Y'all watch Scrubs? I love Scrubs. If I'm doing something like building in here, like it used to be, I listened to like my tapes. Yeah, I go that far back. But I used to listen to tapes. Like there's some bands that I have in my collection, which is now on the computer, of course. But there are some bands and some particular songs, basically their whole album, that like I listen to that get me really in the mood for building. The Cars, the Moody Blues, Cheap Trick are three that come to mind real big. Cheap Trick's kind of like questionable. It's more about playing basketball, but I did basically the same thing when doing that. I have extremely eclectic tastes. So, MC Hammer too. Yeah. Europe, Winger, Cool Modi, all that stuff. Seriously, that's like my soundtrack to like building planes back in the day. Earth, Wind and Fire. It's yeah, like all they'll be playing in the background while getting my getting the better building on. So you good on the sickness now? Obviously you got power because you're talking to us. Power outages, my God. There's just like there is no malady that does not befall California. None. It's like we're in California, we're gonna get some shit. God's forsaken land. Holy hell, I missed another fold. Or I missed another tape. So I forgot this. Like, so when you do this here, you gotta tape this. This is amazing considering that like I did like this really is the most OAE plane I've ever built because everything I think about like while I'm doing all these steps, even last week, and I didn't mention it much, mostly because you weren't here, but like looking at it, like the high fuselage, the little pieces of tape in random areas that, I mean, they're not so random when you consider what they're accomplishing, but the little pieces of tape in those areas, and it's like, yeah, this is OAE build. I had to make that match. That was bugging the piss out of me. So, there we go. All right. We have another Venom. In June. It's June, people. One of the 3 worst months of the year. Yeah, guys wonder when you write, I don't know how y'all do it, but when you write your 9s, why do you write the circle and a stick? Why do you do that? Like, lately I've taken to not doing that. What I do is back in the day, like, I try to flip the 6 so it looks more like a 69 than it normally would. But, where did all these creases come from? What the fuck is going on? God, my voice is crackly and loud on the damn thing. The paper's creasing in places it shouldn't be creasing. This is just a world of piss. Well, please tell me these prototypes are How you haven't rolled out very like a new one for yourself in IVPAC in a while. All your planes like prototypes and like not past testing phase and stage and exports. Like we haven't got a new plane like for IVPAC in a long time, huh? There's nothing wrong with that, but well, obviously. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sneak Edwards back onto the map. So you have 2 bases. Then what are you gonna do? Do you do that because you're adhering to a more strict code than we are about the well, I don't live there anymore, so I don't have the base? Is that why you do that? I mean, I just wonder. Like I thought about that myself too, like way back on. And I also thought about that, like, well, I can't be in 18 places at one time, but every other military's got 18 bases, so I got to do something. That's why I did it that way, you know. I'm sure you understand the whys. It's just, I was like, man, because again, like, I know it's organization, but ask anybody who knows me. If I can't tweak it, I'm not having fun with it. I live to tweak shit. No joke. I am a tweaker. So take that as you will. Well, any of the 6. This goes beyond the Mark 29. Because while it may be a multi-roll, do you consider it a multi-roll? While it may be a multi-roll, it ain't an all-roll. You don't have it doing every single roll because there's no way in hell you can have a long-distance guy do your short-range support. It's just no way. Or interceptor for that matter. I mean, yeah, it could be argued that a few minor flap settings here and there can make it do that stuff, which obviously they could, but come on, man, that's cheating. I mean, that's like going through a downsizing the likes of which all of the militaries of the world go through. Seriously, it's like, you know, instead of having 18 planes do 18 things, why not have 1 plane or 3 planes do 18 things? And I said that stifles the creative talent. Well, no, it don't. It doesn't really, because if you're building prototypes or exports for everybody else, obviously you can do whatever the hell it is. You know, you're still getting your design on, you're still getting your fold on, you're still making aircraft. But an IVPAC, however, it's like, yeah, Vulcan, attacker, interceptor, bomber, trainer, control fighter, all of it. It does it. Damn. It leads to some interesting things. It would still mean that one plane has to have all the like the same fin code, but almost disappointing. And again, I'm hoping I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the sheets here because it's something else we haven't done on the show lately, and it's Paper Aircraft Weekly, and we shouldn't do this on IVPAC Weekly but I haven't launched IVPAC Weekly officially yet, and it's coming. It's in the background, just hasn't done it yet, and I gotta get it out there. So until I get it out there, I got this, and I'm gonna take a look at the sheets and make sure that the sheets say exactly what you're saying right now. Yeah. It should be in the IVPAC roles, but it should also be. Oh yeah, Turbo Starhawk, Dive Bomber, close to short range, Cobra or Turbo Starhawk. Okay, yeah, we're cool. I want to be sure, man. I want to be sure because sometimes these things, they are the way they are, but they are that way for a reason, and sometimes we don't know, or we don't catch up, and we're so stupid. And I've been driving around town so damn much. I love this sheet. Yeah. Let me. Well, you only got one base, so it makes it easy to run to. Damn it. There it is. Wait a minute. Wait just a doggone minute here. Wait just a doggone minute here. Hold on. I got a thing. Uh-oh. That's a flying critter. That should be dead. Hold on a minute. What the hell is going on? So Turbo Starhawk is definitely listed in what was I saying? The IVPAC roll sheet, which has become a quite good master sheet. But Turbo Starhawk is not showing up in the installation sheet in any kind of position like Dive Bomber. Do you not have a Dive Bomb Squadron? You do, because you have 4 bomb squadrons. You have Super Tiger Shark, Havoc, Super Owl, and Sky Warrior. And I also noticed on the IVPAC sheet that Sky Warrior and Cobra's sharing that, but it doesn't show. Medium Bomber, Thunder Warrior, and Sky Warrior. This is. Well, Thunder Warrior's there. And Airlift Squadron? Man, the hell's going on? Thunder Warrior shows up in 2 places in the roll sheet. Medium Bomber and Medium to Long Range Strike. Why is it in an airlift wing? Now I gotta go look at the aircraft sheet. This is why people need to go, like I kind of end up in a why I end up in a rabbit hole of the aircraft and stuff, and you're not seeing this, you're not following along, because I'm trying to roll with this. Oh yeah, you mentioned that before. Yeah. Is Thunder Warrior, I'm assuming because of the name similarity, is a family derivative? The hell is Thunder Warrior at? Gotta be way down here, right? Wait. Where the hell is Thunder Warrior? There it is. Thundar the Barbarian. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So that should not be in the installation sheet because it's retired. Why the hell is it? I'm not blaming you. All the yelling would be about for me. I can't believe I would have done that shit. Apparently, although I did get this stuff from online, so apparently this needs to change around a little bit. Here, just so you guys kind of get the feel of what it is I'm looking at. I'm trying to track it down. So this is the installation sheet you're looking at here, which shows all the bases in IVPAC and the squadrons, wings, so on and so forth. So we're looking at sterns because OA's mentioning this, and we're looking at it and trying to find out. And like, I got Thunder Warrior here, the 215th Airlift Squadron. Don't know why, because shouldn't be there. It should not bloody be there. because it said it retired in 2012 on the aircraft sheet. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Apologies. That was a rollout or first flight rate date. Rolled out, retired the 22nd, 2022. So, okay. So scrolling down, this is the aircraft sheet, main aircraft sheet. The color indicates active. Everything that's white is. This is filtered, so only OAE aircraft are showing. And we get down here, and well, here's the problem. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like you said, Sky Warrior's Ancient. Got to scroll up here to get to it. It's the ancientest one that you got flying. Might be due for a re-up considering it's 2026, a 16-year-old design. For you, that really is old. Yes, I'm preempting that with a for you, because for me, they're trying to get their second wind. I'm trying to modernize the fleet. So, yeah, 2010. 1, 2. Sorry, I got sidetracked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 showing active there. But of course, we know, like if you look at the IVPAC roll sheet, you got 22. Let's call it even 20 going short. Anything beyond this color here, from Control Fighter on down, these are the roles you should definitely have covered. These you don't need covered at all. It's just like extraneous. And these are kind of in question, but most people do them. So, hell, this is more than 9, and these two are, this is the core 5 and the recommended. And you got 9. I know you got multiples doing this thing, and you got some multi-rolls, so I'm just checking. I'm not teasing you, I'm teasing me, because I'm just like not updating it right. Because you've been around long enough, you got the designs. I'm just like, I need to update the sheet because it obviously doesn't illustrate exactly what the hell's going on here. Silly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I got to get, this is, I think, the roll sheet is updated. It's just the installation sheet for some reason. And I think I know why. It's not any fault of our own. I think it was just because literally, like, it was a carryover placeholder from when you closed Edwards and moved them all to Stearns. This was also like, remember when you did it? Like, well, hell, in 2014. So, yeah. The carryover when Stearns opened up, it was probably just a few of these planes that were carried over from then. And a lot of shit's changed then. And I am notorious for, like, sometimes like not playing around with the wrong stuff, so I have these all in different areas, so blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I had to update this. Oh, I need to, by the way, you were saying, like, we have IVPAC designators. We're working on the IVPAC designators. I got that kind of, like, working better now. So, like, the IVPAC designators could be a little bit better than they were. I mean, if you want to use them, I still think, sorry to say, you're probably going to be, as much as I like the F series for the Americans and like the flanker, the F lettered stuff for fighters and B for bombers over in NATO names for Russian planes, Soviet planes as it were, you'd still probably be the only one that uses, I mean, because you don't use it that much either. You use your OAE designator but like it's you don't use it much. We still go by the names. So you could use the IVPAC designator, but I bet you won't do it. Probably stick with the names, right? I won't be doing it. I won't be doing it. I will be get the flying fornication. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Look at more of the bombers. Like, obviously the export's not going to be there, so it would be Arrow Wing and Turbo Predator and Titan, if there's anything, but they're all retired, so yeah. Yeah, okay. I got you. Like I said, I'll just update it. Because there's somewhere in here, I don't remember where. I don't actually know if it's the sheet or the one online. It shouldn't be because I brought this from online. These are up to the minute. And again, I thought I did this Why does that OX? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, um, oh yeah, it is because I did that like the abbreviation for us. So anyway, hard to believe a B6 is the only thing. Huh. Remember what I said too when we consider the roles. If you fill them in here like this, although I'm gonna change this too because like this right here, this isn't up to the minute. I must have the one online must be up to date because you got like this one called multi-role aircraft. But if you got more than three or more roles, that's multi-role, especially when they're conflicting. Because like this one, intercept defense, same thing. Fighter bomber, fighter bomber and interceptor, that's a different flight plan. Your interceptor is a straight line, basically a rock. You wouldn't want the fighter. I mean, okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I take it back. You could make your fighter bomber do that. You could make the fighter bomber do whatever the hell you want. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But it kind of touches on it. It's really touchy as to whether or not it's a fighter or a bomber. And I hate that terminology because most people, if you're going to do that, you call it like the FB, blah, 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 blah. But in IVPAC, I like to tie it to, okay, in this one's case, the primary role of the aircraft is the first one listed, even though it can handle all the roles here. So if this is the first role, that's going to be the one next to the dash here, indicating it's primary. So if it's like control fighter, interceptor, defense, that's a pure fighter anyway. But like, up here, medium bomber airlift, well, then bomber is what it's going to get, and numerical designator goes in line with the bomber, not the airlift, which is the C. So that's why that. Although, I don't know, looking at that, it's weird with me, but yeah, because like I said, like a fighter bomber, you call it a fighter bomber, and then you FB it. Like the FB-111 was a prime example. You didn't change its numerical designator just because you put B on the end of it, even though as a bomber, it would have been way down the line. It would have been like the B-60, the B-61, whatever the hell. I don't know exactly. Hell, it could have been the B-1. But not anything but the FB-111 because it was primarily a F first. So maybe you should. Maybe that would be a good idea to do that. I mean, a lot of these aircraft that you can do that crap. Like I said, we are in a unique position of being able to modernize any of our fleet because our fleet doesn't, like, we're not dealing with biplanes or trying to put like a high bypass turbofan in a biplane. We're not in that kind of technology. We just need to alter some folds and we've got a new aircraft, So there's that. That's what it looks like when we're doing the video. You're not getting that anymore. You're getting that. Ah, yes. So anyway, just more work I got to do, more tweaking. Sitting here trying to build a basketball schedule. Sitting here trying to kill people. It's just amusing. Like I live to tweak. If I didn't have shit to tweak, I wouldn't have anything to do. I'm fascinated with the details, the stuff that makes things tick, and I like being the one that makes it tick. So that's why, hell, that's why we are where we are. So, anywho, I want to wrap this up because it's been a little while, and I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna eat something because I'm hungry. Instead of drinking all this beer. Yeah, beer. Okay, beer. I don't drink alcoholic beverages. Um, I'm glad you guys came in. I'm glad, Matt. I'm especially glad you came out here. Thank you for showing up today. Glad you're okay. I'm glad sickness is over. Good to see a staunch ally showing up there. I apologize that the sheet is not showing well enough for you. Why did I put the mouse up there? um, I'll fix that. I mean, I'm going to keep it up and fix it in the background right the hell now. And I don't know why it looks like that. It shouldn't look like that, but we'll get it. We'll get it straightened out. We'll get it to where it needs to freaking be, and then everything will be okay. In theory. In theory. I always say that. But in the meantime, we had a show. We did a good show. Again, thanks for people coming out. Matt, always great to have you out here. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, dude, seriously. I'm glad we can toss ideas out and you can get the ideas to do what it is you want to do. Like, if you want to modify Starfire, like, I'm hoping that the show came up, we're here, we're live, and it helped you come up with that idea. And there's more ideas we can have. But there's that other idea with Venom. You other guys, go forth, build another Venom. That's what we did last week, by the way. So in case you wanted to, like, touch base, get out with it. I don't know if it matters, Matt, but that's what we did. Because people were interested. And I was like, well, I'll try to put you through it. I tried not to be quiet. Should have played music in the background still, but I tried not to be quiet. Anyway, yeah, thanks for showing up. We'll be back hopefully before the end of the week. Definitely before next week's show. We'll try to do something else here, even if it is a flight video. And just keep watching those videos. Keep building those planes. And of course,